Welcome to Logos Bible Software Tutorials, and today we dive into the topic guide. A very useful, but I think at the same time, a very underutilized tool. Let's dive into it. Let's dive into the topic guide. Here we are. Our screen is blank, and we're going to go into guides. Go into the topic. Just going to type in topic, and voila. So, we can. I'm just gonna pick on a random topic, but let's pick another topic. So something that we know is talked about everywhere. We're gonna talk about love. So it now lists. So it first thing it's gonna do up here is gonna list your topic. It's gonna pull from your encyclopedias, Bible dictionaries about the topic, related words, and also it can go into your fact book, your sermon starter, as well as the Bible Sense lexicon. This is and then it goes into other topics of the topic guide. It lists related topics to our topic. And the whole point of the topic guide is if I'm going to study a topic, the topic guide is going to give you everything that you need to understand that topic. And for some of it, like if I'm going to preach or I'm going to teach, that it allows me to dovetail into something else. So say for instance, my theme is love, but I generally don't do a topical messages. Rather, what I want to do is, so from here, that what I'm going to do is use the topic guide and then focus on a portion of scripture which I would do more either as a textual or as more of a expositional. Next, it's going to give you related verses. And depending on your topic, this could be very exhaustive or not. You can save it as a passage list. So say for instance, I want all these verses and I want to save them as a passage list. I can save them as a passage list. Now, here's the thing. It's only going to list these 5. If you wanted more, then you would have to dovetail, and then you click on save as a passage list. So just keep that in mind that when you're saving as a passage list, it's going to create a passage list off of all the ones that you have seen. Now, if you wanted to list all of the passages, what you would have to do is that you would have to do a search. So say I'm going to do a search. I'm going to do topic. And I want to find love. Yeah. So here, it's going to list me all the passages. And from this window is where that you would create a passage list. So yeah, so just keep that in mind. That if you wanted all of the passages and not just the ones that you see, that you would have to do a search and save that as a passage list. So moving on. Let's close this out. It's going to list you in the atlas. So whatever passages that this is talked about, it's going to do this It's going to list it in an atlas of that the geographical location of where those passages are talking about. It will list a variety of biblical people. So in this sense, it's love. So it talks about loving your neighbor is in um lists all the passages we're relating to loving your neighbor, loving your parents. So say for instance that I was doing um a sermon series on the responsibility of children, and one of them responsibility is to love their parents. I can use the topic guide to help to zero in on how I want to formulate that message. Um, biblical events where love is demonstrated. So up top here it has David and Jonathan, and it's just going to list all the events where love is talked about. Now, and again, what the Atomic God is going to do is going to really allow you to focus into other areas and what you need to do. Biblical things. Of course, we don't have anything in that. Here are sermons that I have that if you want to consult other sermons, that you can go there as well. If you want to look at sermon outlines on love, where love is discussed, it gets into those various outlines. For example, here where Charles Spurgeon talks about love foremost, he gets into Luke 7:42. And here's an outline. Derived from Charles Spurgeon's on love. And it's on this passage here. This can be helpful in if you're working on the same passage as Charles Spurgeon and you want to compare your outline with his. Various sermons that are out on the Logos platform concerning love. These are illustrations. I come from a school of thought when it comes to illustrations, the most impactful are the most personal to you. Not that other illustrations can't be helpful. I just think the most personal, most impactful illustrations are those that are from your own life. So you use this however that you see fit and however you seem best. I typically don't though. I typically use illustrations from my life. Next, journals. This will list all the journals where love is talked about. If you're preaching or teaching, you're really this is more useful. I like to say that the journals are more useful if you're doing research. Because from my experience, if you have to teach and you have to do those other things, if you have to teach, then that really it makes a lot of time. The various reactives. Here's pulling from the Psalms Explorer. Yeah, because they're all seem to be because they're all pulling from the Psalms Explorer. of where love is tagged at. Here is resources, but this is a very here right here is media collections that you do possess, even on the subscriber end. So this tool is a very helpful tool. It's also if a topic has been laid on your heart and you want to study it. Well, what I think it's also helpful for teaching is where you really don't know where to go, and this can help to take you to a passage where that you can concentrate on the topic of love. I hope that was helpful. You have a wonderful day.